Okay, hello everyone, welcome to the OneClass channel. My name is Andrew and I'm currently doing stat and math at the University of Toronto. Today we'll be going over some commonly asked math questions at both the high school and college levels. If you need some homework help or tutoring, please check out the link in the description below. Alright, now let's start our session. Okay, so the first question is asking to find the value of tangent pi over 3. Okay. Okay, so first thing we need to do is, we know pi over 3 is just 60 degrees, right? So tangent pi over 3 is equal to tangent 60 degrees. And since we have a 60 degrees, so we need to think about the special right triangle, which has the interior angles at 60 degrees, 30 degrees, and 90 degrees. And its size follows a ratio 1, 2, and root 3. Or say 1x, 2x, and root 3x. Okay? And since we're talking about tangent, so tangent theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. Okay? So in terms of 60, right here, the opposite will be root 3x, while the adjacent will be x, or say 1x, same thing. And okay, so we can cancel out the x, so we only have root 3 over 1, which is the same thing as root 3 left as our answer. Okay, so now we can write the conclusion. So therefore, the value of tangent 60 degrees is root 3. Okay? Yep. So that's how we find the value for tangent pi over 3. Okay, so let's leave a comment. Yep. Or you can also approach this question from like the Janine The Tutor did here. So it states that A is a given angle, and by looking at the unit circle, you'll find the coordinate of radian pi over 3 is 1 over 2 and root 3 over 2. Okay, and you substitute the coordinate to the formula of a tangent, which is tangent pi over 3 is equal to root 3 over 2 over 1 over 2, which is equal to root 3 over 2 times 2, which is still going to give you a root 3 as your answer. So either way works. Okay, so let's leave a comment. Solution is correct. We're done. Okay, so for the next question, we are asked, how will the image show when the following figure rotated 180 about the region? Okay, so after rotated 180 degrees about the region, about the origin. Okay, so Based on the graph given, the figure comprises of two segments connecting the point. It's listing the point here: 1, 5 and 3, 3, and 3, 3 and 2, 2. Okay, so that the 3 points. And a rule of rotation states that if a graph is rotated 180 from the origin, then the point in the form xy will become negative x and negative y. Okay, so let's write that down. So according to the rule of rotation, if a graph is rotated 180 from the origin, then the points in the form xy will become negative x and negative y. Okay, so therefore 1, 5 will becomes to negative 1, negative 5, and 3, 3 will becomes to negative 3 and negative 3, and same thing for 2, 2. So 2, 2 will becomes to negative 2 and negative 2. Okay, and next we just need to connect the points negative 1, negative 5, and negative 3, negative 3, and negative 2, negative 2. Okay, so let's do it right here. So negative 1 and negative 5 around here. Negative 1, negative 5, and we have negative 3, negative 3, and lastly we have negative 2, negative 2, negative 2, negative 2, and we just connect them together. Okay, yep, so it should be something look like this. Okay, so that's the how the image looks like after rotated 180 degrees about the origin. Let's just copy down the original image just to see the contrast. So it would be 1, 5, 3, 3, and 2, 2. Okay. So let's rotate 180 degrees about the origin. Okay. All right. So let's leave a comment. Solution is correct. Well done. Okay, so next we have what is the quotient rule for differentiation. Okay, and that is given by the formula d dx fx over gx is equal to gx times the derivative of fx minus fx times the derivative of gx over gx squared. Okay. Yep. So that would be the formula. And just give me 1 second, let me find the example to help us better understanding. Okay, so let's try this one. So dx, it's another color. So dx and ex over x squared. So we need to find the derivative of e to the exponent of x over x squared. Okay, so we need to, first thing we need to do is the dx, the derivative of ex times x squared minus e to the exponent of x times the derivative of x squared. Okay, over x squared square. So derivative of ex is just going to be ex itself and times x squared minus ex times derivative of x squared. So we need to move the exponent 2 to the front as its coefficient and minus 1 for the exponent part. So we have 2x. And the denominator just becomes 2x to the exponent of 4. Okay, and take the common factor. So that becomes 3x times x minus 2 over x to the exponent of 3. Okay, so that's how we use quotient rule for differentiation in actual question. Okay, so just keep in mind, don't forget the square for the denominator. Okay. Yep, that's all we have for this question. So solution is correct. Well done. Okay. So next question is asking, what does cosecant 0 equal to? Okay, so before finding the value for cosecant 0, first we need to know that according to identity, cosecant theta is equal to 1 over sine theta. Okay, and in other words, if we substitute theta as 0, so substitute theta is equal to 0, we will have cosecant 0 is equal to 1 over sine 0. Okay, and we know that the sine of 0 is also 0. So things sine 0 is equal to 0. We will have cosecant 0 is equal to 1 over 0. And since the denominator cannot be equal to 0, so the cosecant 0 does not exist. Since the denominator cannot be 0, so CSC0 does not exist. Okay, so that's all we have for this question. Let's leave a comment. Solution is correct. Well done. Okay. So next we have, how do you write 0.5625 as a fraction? Okay, so in order to write a number 0.5625 as a fraction, we write its decimal number over its place value. So in the given number, the decimal 5625 is in the 10,000th place, which means we can rewrite it as 5625 over 10,000. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Okay, and yeah, so after that, we need to simplify the above fraction. Okay, so simplify. And we need to simplify that by dividing both the numerator and denominator by their common factor. Okay, so dividing both the numerator and denominator by their common factor, which in this case will be 625. So we can have 5625 over 10,000 is equal to 5625 divided by 625 over the denominator divided by 625, which gives us 9 over 16 as our answer. So therefore, we can write our conclusion. Therefore, the number 0.5625 is in fraction form as 9 over 16. Okay. So just want to bring this part up a bit. So when you have 5625 over 10,000, like if we don't know the common factor is 625, we can always start by dividing this by 5 because we know the numerator and denominator either end with 5 or either the end with 0. So that can definitely be divided by 5. Okay, so let's try that. Oops. So we have 5625 divided by 5. So 10,000 divided by 5. So we will have 1125 over 2000. And then we can divide by 5 again. So that will be equal to 1125 divided by 5 over 2000 divided by 5, which is 225 over 400. And then we divide by 5 again. That will give us 45 over 80. And then we divide by 5 again. It's going to be 9 over 16. Okay, and that's what we have for the answer. Okay, and you stop dividing when there are no common factors for numerator and denominator. And in our case, we know that there's no common factors for 9 and 16, so we stop right here. Okay, so let's leave a comment. Solution is correct. We're done. Okay. So next question is asking us, how do you find the vertex of a quadratic equation? Okay, so first let's review what a quadratic equation is. So definition. So a quadratic equation is defined as y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, and its graph has a parabola shape. Parabola, which looks like a U or a upside down U. Okay, and the vertex of its equation is either the maximum or the minimum point of the graph. Okay, so vertex either minimum or maximum of the graph. Okay, and it is also the point where the graph passes its axis of symmetry. Okay, so vertex is on the symmetry. Okay, so that's some important identity of a quadratic equation. And in order to find the vertex of the graph, we need to follow the following step. So step 1, we need to write the equation into a standard form. So standard form, which is given by y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, and second, we need to calculate the x coordinate of the vertex using x vertex is equal to negative b over 2a. So from the ABC you have from step 1, we substitute that number into negative b over 2a. So we will have the x coordinate. And next, step 3, we just need to substitute the result from step 2 into the function. So y vertex will be equal to f x vertex, which is equal to f negative b over 2a. Okay, and after solving this 3rd step, we will have the x vertex and a y vertex. Okay. Yep, so that's how we find the vertex of a quadratic equation. Alright, so let's leave a comment. Solution is correct. Load. Yep, so I think those are all the questions for today. And if you enjoyed today's Q&A and would like to be notified of when we do this next, please hit the subscribe button or notification bell below. If you would like to submit your own questions, please read the link in the description. Remember to leave a like and a comment and share this video with your friend. This has been Andrew from OneClass. I hope to see you soon.